Hi, this is part 2 of minimizing a DFA. In this video, I'll be sharing method 2. In the last one, I shared method 1. Now let's start. We divide the accepting states and non-accepting states into two groups. As you can see over here, C and E are accepting states, therefore they are put in another group. Then we draw a table. We check on input A, where does A go? Let's check. On input A goes to B. Where is B? B is in group 1. So we write 1. On input B, where does A go? On input B, A goes to D. D is in group 1. Let's write 1 over here. Similarly, we do the same for B. On input A, B is in C. C is in group 2. On input B, B is in E. E is also in group 2. So we write 2 and 2. On input for C, on input A, it goes to B. B is in group 1. We write 1. E is in group 2, we write 2. On D, we check for A, it goes to C, group 2, and for B, it goes to E. On input B, it goes to E, which is also in group 2. On E, similarly, group 2, right? Next step, A11. Do we check over here? Is there A11 available? No. So there is a separate state. Then we check for B. B says 2 and 2. We match. There's 2 and 2 and there's 2 and 2. Now we check the group. B is in group 1. D is also in group 1. E is in group 2. We will not include E. B and D will be included in one group. For C, 1 and 2. Do we have another 1 and 2? No. For E, 2 and 2. Do we have another 2 and 2? Right? No. Then we move on to the next step. For this step, we draw another table. On A goes to, okay, then we rename all the groups again, 3, 4, 5, 6. We check A. On A goes to B. B is in group 4, we write 4. On B, it goes to D. D is in group 4, we write 4. B on A goes to C. C is in group 5, we write 5. Sorry, 5. B on B goes to E. E is in group 6. We write 6. Similarly, 4 and 6, 5 and 6, 6 and 6. Then we check 4 and 4. No other 4 and 4. A. Separate 5 and 6. 5 and 6 similarly to D. So we write B and D in one state. C. 4 and 6. No other 4 and 6. E. 6 and 6. Yes. All are complete. This is our final